How could an FPV drone costing just $500 destroy a $500 million depot in 94 seconds and shift the balance of power before a crucial peace summit? How can a $500 drone disable $500 million worth of military assets? Russia's southern front found the answer in a swift, decisive operation. In just 94 seconds, a carefully planned Ukrainian strike destroyed 2 million pounds of ammunition, eliminated 6 elite Russian Marines, and stripped Moscow of strategic capability just 2 days before an international peace summit. This is a detailed account of how intelligence, precision, and ingenuity converged to carry out one of the most impactful operations of the war. At 4 a.m., local time, the operation began, targeting the Mariupol depot, a vital logistics hub for Russian military activity in the south. The depot was more than a warehouse. It was the logistical artery supplying up to 50% of small arms, artillery shells, and rockets for the Zaporizhzhia corridor and the annexed Crimea. Ukrainian intelligence revealed that this massive stockpile was not for routine resupply, but was being gathered for a major offensive intended to break through Ukrainian lines. The strike was timed to occur just before a bilateral peace summit that could have given Russia a negotiating advantage. The loss of the Mariupol depot would cripple the firepower and operational capacity of thousands of Russian troops. Confident in its security, Moscow had heavily fortified the depot with layered air defenses and electronic warfare systems, a Pantsir S-1 surface-to-air missile system, and rapid-firing anti-aircraft guns, alongside an electronic warfare platform designed to detect and jam enemy drones. But Russian leadership had not fully accounted for Ukraine's strategy, which relied not on overwhelming force, but on surgical precision and covert planning. The instrument that ultimately breached this fortress was a small, commercially available FPV drone, likely a hybrid 3D tech Reebok model, costing roughly $500. The success of the strike was not mere luck, but the result of a 12-day intelligence and planning effort led by Ukraine's main Directorate of Intelligence. The operation began with extensive reconnaissance. High-resolution satellite imagery from Maxar provided detailed overhead views of the depot, while a LEA-100 unmanned aerial vehicle operating at 6,500 feet conducted signals intelligence to map electronic emissions from Russian air defense and EW systems. On the ground, local partisan networks supplied critical human intelligence, HUMINT, monitoring vehicle movements and confirming the contents of the stockpile. Their reports verified the presence of roughly 2 million pounds of ammunition earmarked for the planned Russian offensive. With a comprehensive understanding of the target, Ukrainian planners launched a calculated deception campaign. They broadcast fabricated radio communications on frequencies known to be monitored by Russian intelligence, suggesting preparations for a major Ukrainian ground assault near Karen, about 100 miles west of Mariupol. As expected, Moscow took the bait and repositioned elite units, including a team of 6 naval infantrymen and the specialized Okhmat Volsto UAV squad, to Mariupol, which was considered a secure rear area. An initial Ukrainian attempt to monitor a target truck via Russian CCTV failed due to cyber defenses. The team switched to their backup plan, using a Starlink uplink to receive real-time coordinates from partisans stationed just 2 miles from the depot. The Reebok drone was launched carrying a 10-pound warhead and relied on an unjammable control link, a deployed fiber optic tether. During its approach, a sudden 20-knot crosswind challenged the mission. Operators in Kyiv had to recalibrate the AI guidance system on the fly. The drone's 4 rotors made thousands of micro-adjustments per second, while the human pilot manually compensated for lateral drift to maintain a direct course. For roughly 30 seconds, the mission's success depended on perfect synchronization of human skill, AI assistance, and unpredictable environmental factors. Next came Phase 2, distraction. Ukraine launched 5 cheap decoy drones, each costing roughly $200, several miles from the depot. These were programmed to broadcast electronic signatures that mimicked a much larger swarm. The Russian Pantsir S-1 system immediately engaged the fake targets, firing 57 missiles, each costing roughly $60,000. In total, Moscow spent approximately $360,000 countering a handful of simple decoys.